Curator.
I'm a curator, I've already admitted it.
Some say this is the most pointless role in all of Space Station 13, and I used to be one of those people that said this. Before making this guide and diving deep into the role of curator, I was someone that said, why even bother?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
But now I am a big fan of the curator. They have two different roles, essentially, and I can divide them into on-station and off-station jobs. And the on-station portion has two subdivisions of either extremely robust yet boring bookwork all the way to extremely fun exploration. Let's get into it. The curator's job has him guarding the database, essentially. The database holds all the book and art information of all the rounds of Space Station 13 combined. Nobody knows how far back the database goes, but essentially this: you can publish and put books into the database that future generations of spacemen and spacewomen can view. If you make custom artwork and put it into the database, there is a chance your artwork will spawn any round in the future in the library. I think that's really cool. Same thing with the books. If you look in the books, you will see everything from real books to made-up books to poems, everything you can imagine, even strategy guides of video games. And again, you, the curator, are the station's only defense from people putting horrible, dumb work and art into the database. Now, realistically speaking, no one knows about this, and no one is going to raid your library to upload pornographic novels into it. But you never know, it's been done before. This side of the curator you need to go onto their wiki and look at, because it is a little intricate, almost like programming when you're uploading books, but it's not that difficult. And in all reality, the paper markdown guide is going to be your best friend for the librarian and also jobs like the lawyer. This will teach you how to write down with pens and crayons and other stuff on paper the different custom things like italic, bold, strike-throughs, signatures, how to make fields, headers. But the coolest part about this Wikipedia page is they have pre-made templates. So let's just say you don't want to make your own custom letterhead and lawyer form or writing prescriptions as a psychologist. You would come here and just copy and paste the template. Very awesome. And it's a very underutilized part of Space Station 13 that has huge, immense robustness and RP capabilities. You could basically fax every department custom letters, custom things, and really get intricate with this system. You have to check it out yourself. The part of the curator that I loved is the exploration and adventuring part. You have the power to bring back anything you see fit or want to collect into your museum to curate. To do this, you have to go on adventures, either on station, in the maintenance tunnels, which that alone can be very fun and treacherous, because you are facing other traitors or bad people that are on the station. For a more PvE side of it, you go off station and explore the various Z levels and deep space anomalies. This could be anything from abandoned derelict space stations to space diners, space bars. I found I think it was a burger shack in space that was abandoned, filled with intricate treasures. And because I was an internal affairs agent, I had some trader gear, I had some C4, and I blew my way into the merchandise section of this space pit stop / pizza shop / gas station, basically, merchandise store. Inside the back was filled with NPC cultists that I had to fight off and eventually die to. This would be huge RP potential and gameplay potential if you were to form expedition teams. Maybe as the curator, you go over the radio, you hire people, you tell people you're making an expedition to, treasure hunt basically in space. You could tell people you'll pay them, you'll split the treasure with them, or maybe some bored people might just want to go. In my opinion, on TG Station, I rarely see people go on space expeditions as a group. Highly underutilized, and I really think people should start doing this. Because it's not just Goon Station that has amazing exploration. TG Station has phenomenal exploration, to the point where you can even find what they call white ships. These are flyable and movable ships that randomly spawn throughout space that if you acquire, you'll be able to park it anywhere. You could bring it back to the station, use it as your own personal ship. It's amazing. And I haven't even scratched the surface of this myself. We might have to do a whole other video on the exploration. The Curator can spawn with their heroic beacon. This heroic beacon is used to, you choose, you could pick one of 6 different loadouts. I'll start with the first one, is the First Man on the Moon loadout from the 1960s. This is a set of NASA void suits, or basically a spacesuit. They're pretty good. It is a red one with a helmet and also comes with a GPS. This kit you would use if you don't want to bother going to the EVA and getting your own suit. If you just want to start the round right away and go into space, you would pick this. The Braveheart, the Scottish rebel from the 1300s, is a kit containing a Scottish outfit, an unarmored kilt with matching sandals, a claymore with average damage and chance to block incoming attacks, and a can of spray paint. This claymore is not as good as the Highlander's claymore, it's an antagonist role, or even the equivalent claymore that the chaplain gets. This is an average claymore, but this is good for adventuring also, whether on station and maintenance or off station with getting your own spacesuit from EVA. The Courageous Tomb Raider, the 1940s kit, is basically an Indiana Jones kit. It comes with a full treasure garb, a stylish hat, and rugged armored coat. Provides decent armor. Basically, this will get you going with a themed adventure, kind of like a treasure hunter, if you will. But the most important thing in this kit is a whip. This is the only place I know of that you'll be able to easily acquire a whip. It has average damage but a high chance to disarm your opponents and even cause them to fall to the ground. This one is one of my favorites. The whip is awesome, and if I'm not mistaken, it even has a hit range of 2 blocks, not just right next to you. You have the Carp Hunter Wildlife Expert Kit. It comes with a battered carp spacesuit. It says still spaceworthy, but if you want protection, you'll be better off wearing nothing. I have not personally tried this yet. A carp face mask pairs well with the suit, and a hunting knife that deals minor damage but a bonus to butchering. They also give you a sack of meat to feed your fishy friends. My theory, and let me know in the comments if I'm wrong if you know about this, is that this spacesuit and mask will make you not aggro to the space carp and the wild space carp out there. There is something in space called the trader route. Not traitor, but like a merchant trader. And on this route there are wild asteroids that spawn NPC wild space carp. And my theory is you would use this to go onto that route to find all the treasure. Who knows? Let me know. Then you have the Mothic Flight Pioneer, a kit containing a Mothic fleet member's standard equipment. Each kit has a soft cap and flight suit. The suit even comes with pockets for small snacks, a wrench, screwdriver, crowbar for every maintenance need, full stack of iron and glass, and an old school lantern. You gotta get creative with this one. Unless the Mothic suit does something special. I don't know why you would pick this besides being able just to repair the library and build right away. You have to understand the Curator has nothing basically for access. You have to go get access if you want it, even to maintenance. But what the Curator does have is access to the construction area of the station and the mining station, and also the auxiliary office that you can modify. You could basically get gear, go to the auxiliary mining base construction area on the station, build your own custom base, and then have it teleported down to Lava Land. And you have access to all of that. So what you lack on the station access, it makes up here, and maybe this Mothic suit would be good for that to get you building right away. And then finally you have the Ethereal Trail Warden outfit. It gives you the tunic and an oil coat, which the oil coat might protect you from certain things. But the most robust thing of this kit is the saddle pack. It's a bulky bag that distributes the weight of what's put inside, letting it carry as much as a duffel bag without any of the slowdown. This could be good for treasure hunting also. You have access to the news console. You could use your camera while you're out adventuring, take pictures, and you can upload little blurbs and vlogs basically, and make your own newspapers. This will keep the crew posted on what you're doing and also add some flair to every round. I am using the newspaper machine and the newspaper console more than I am making my own books, and that's just my playstyle. You have a little sanctuary inside the library that you have access to. You won't be safe from head of security, but inside here is the Codex Gigas. This codex is the Curator's only real use on the station from what I can tell in terms of defending the station. Now the chaplain can handle a devil if there's a devil antagonist, but specifically this Codex Gigas is what you're going to use to find the devil's weakness and use contracts that he signs to find his name and put it into this book. If you're going on adventure, you might just want to leave your office open. In the rare event that there's a devil, maybe having this area open will help the chaplain and security get that under control. Again, your role is much better suited exploring and bringing back these amazing, powerful items to the station. Quick example of this is you might find an abandoned hydroponics facility filled with the most amazing mutated plants, blue space tomatoes, blue space bananas, strange seeds. You might take those, turn them all into seeds with the seed machine, and then bring that back to botany, and even charge them for it, making yourself extra money as the Curator. Something very powerful the Curator has that no one realizes is he has the academic perk, basically. It's a hidden perk that makes it where you studied even the most obscure languages known in the universe. Your Curator innately understands secret cult talk, robotic beeping, drone chatter, and you can even interpret xenomorph hissing. And you can speak all those languages. In the bottom right, where your crafting menu is your language menu, and you could change the languages you're speaking. This could be very fun and some extra RP flair. Other than that, the Curator is a great beginner role that is fun, and you can make it even more fun by adventuring, exploring, and using the library/museum as your own private home, having all your treasures on display of what you found, setting up history and RP for future rounds and future generations of people that play this game by adding books, adding lore, adding artwork, adding history to museum items, and even adding museum items to this database that actually is persistent between rounds. The Curator is a very unique role that has the ability to crash the entire server by printing hundreds of copies of books, and then if anyone right-clicks that pile, it'll crash them out, possibly the server. Don't underestimate the Curator. He is as suspicious as Assistant Grey Tiders. But have fun with him. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you enjoy this video? I'd love to hear from you. If this has been helpful, let me know also. Hit that subscribe button and thumbs up. It helps me out. And thank you for watching.